What's good? We're back in this thing. Today we're going to be going over this light trail effect that I saw Walker Flocker do in the LUCKI roleplay music video. I've seen it done before, but everyone that sends me examples of that effect always sends me this LUCKI one. I figured I would do it based off this one. I'll be showing you kind of exactly how to do what he did in that music video, as well as a few other ways of using Luma key and echo to get this effect. If you guys aren't familiar with Walker Flocker, you should definitely go check him out. I'll have his Instagram link below. Probably one of the most underrated music video directors out right now. So if you're not familiar, go watch some of his stuff. I'll have the video of the roleplay music video linked below as well on his channel. So go ahead and do that before you watch this video. If you guys are new here, what I do is a lot of music video tutorial breakdowns, effects, starting to do vlogs of the behind the scenes in the music industry, at studio sessions, music video behind the scenes, a bunch of stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of the visually creative side of the hip hop scene, be sure to subscribe because I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you have a friend that's interested in anything in the music video industry, definitely be sure to share that with them. If you haven't already, like and comment. Let's get this video to 500 likes, 100 comments. It really does help push my content to people that want to see my videos. Also lets me know if I'm doing a good job doing these tutorials. If you want to support the channel even more, you can go over to briandelmata.com, check out my paper texture pack. It helps you get the OG Lone Wolf style paper rip effects and transitions. It supports the channel as well as gives you guys a really high quality digital asset. So if you're interested in that, I'll have the link to the website below, as well as a tutorial playlist of all the effects that I've done so far using it. Also be sure to follow me on all social medias. I'll have them linked below, as well as my Discord. I like being interactive with you guys as much as possible, so feel free to send me a DM, show me some of your work, give me an example for some tutorials in the future. Let me know what you guys think of my content, and just communicate. But yeah guys, that's enough talking. Let's get into the video, break down this effect because it's a pretty cool one. So here's the effect Walker Flocker did in the music video, just this light trail. It's pretty simple to do. I think looks really cool, and I guess a lot of people can't figure out how to do it. So he kind of does it in all the clips in this music video, so I'm just going to be using the most recent Drake music video. It's really good with like taillights at cars, lights. It's more of a better effect when it's at nighttime, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to be using the scene right here of this car driving away from right there on. Go ahead and cut that, and then what you want to do is just cut where you want the effect to take place. So I want it to take place from here all the way up until here. Then holding Alt on my keyboard, I'm just dragging up to duplicate the clip, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn off that bottom layer. That way there's only the top layer playing. And then I'm going to go into effects and search in Luma key and go ahead and drag that on, and then tweak it so you get basically just the taillights. Depending on your clip, it might be a little hard. So what I'm doing is just finding where the taillights is completely full, and then we can go ahead and mask this out later. So actually I'm going to go ahead and just go to opacity, click the pen tool here, and then mask out the trails. And since I know the car's moving to the right, so the echo or the trails are going to be going to the left, I just left enough space for it to not get cut out by the mask. And then I'm going to go to the beginning because I actually wasn't at the beginning frame, and just go ahead and make sure that nothing else is peeking through. Then click keyframe on the mask path, and then just keep going and tweaking the mask path so it follows the headlights perfectly. And then I'm going to play it and just see, make sure nothing's really peeking through. That's good enough for the tutorial. Maybe you do a better mask if you were using it in an actual music video, but for right now you get the point. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off that bottom layer now, and what we're going to do is now go into effects, and this is where the main effect comes into place. You're going to type in echo and drag that onto your clip, then go to effects controls, and I'm going to use number of echoes 10. I'm going to turn the operator to composite in back. That way it doesn't like add together and make it really bright. And then I'm just going to go ahead and render it out and play it for you guys so you guys can see what it looks like just like this. You can see it looks a little weird, right? So we can go ahead and fix that pretty easily. The first thing I'm gonna do is go to number of echoes, keyframe it at the beginning, 0, and then go 10 frames to the right because we had 10 echoes. I just think it's cool, like each frame pops out 1 echo at a time. So depending on whatever you choose for number of echoes, I would just do that many frames to keyframe in. And then I'm also just gonna go to the end and do the exact same thing. 1, 2, keyframe it at 10, and then go to the end and make it 0. That's just a cool way of having it fade out. You can do a bunch of different ways. You can even just turn down the opacity, have the decay on. I'm actually gonna go ahead and turn decay to something like 0.75. What that's going to do is every echo, it's going to get a little bit more and more transparent, as you can see here. That's what it's starting to look like. I'm going to render that out so you guys can see what that looks like now. I'm going to actually change the decay to 95. I thought it was a little aggressive. It's all depending on your clip and what you think looks best. It's also easier to do when the car or whatever is moving in one direction and doesn't slide back and forth. I think it has a pretty cool look, but if you wanted to get something similar to Walker Flocker, you probably want the car to just be moving in one direction. But I like the way this looks. And then I'm going to add some VR glow on. What that's going to do is just make it look a little bit better in my opinion, especially since it's taillights. You want it to have a little bit of that glow and not be like a harsh edge. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn the Luma key all the way down because we just have that red part anyways illuminated and the yellow part of the lights. And then I'm going to go ahead and crank up the saturation all the way. That way it doesn't have like a little bit of white, it just the full color all the way brightness. And then I'm going to turn up the brightness a little bit and then maybe play around with the glow radius a tad as well. Some other things you can do to soften up the edges is maybe add some Gaussian blur. I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. I don't think it's necessary for all of the effects, but it's just something that you can keep in mind if you didn't want it to glow. I always click repeat edge pixels and then blur it a little bit. For our case, since we already have glow and stuff, I'll probably just do like 1 to 3. 2 looks good here. And if you wanted something to look more like Walker Flocker, maybe you would just have it play from just this part, so it just like trails behind. But I'm just showing you the general concept of it. I think it still looks cool either way. But now I'm gonna go back to the LUCKI music video and just show you guys like a cool effect that I found very similar. Instead of using Luma key, I was just playing around with all the different keys, and if you add the difference matte key and play around with the matching tolerance, I found something around like 10 looks good for this clip at least. You have like this weird like trippy kind of light trail effect he was doing in the music video, but it like as the outside. Obviously I have the echo. I'll show you guys what I have. I have the echo on 10, starting intensity 1, and then 0.95 composite and back, and then I think I have Gaussian blur a little bit just so it doesn't have that rough edges as much. But I think it has a cool kind of effect. You can use it for texture or like transitions and stuff. I just wanted to show you guys another way you can use this concept and like what he's using, the keying with echo to make your own effect. And obviously you can add flicker, a bunch of different things onto here. Definitely go and just experiment around with it. I think you guys will find some really cool effects that you can do using just all the different keying tools and echo together. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for the video. If you made it all the way to the end, I really do appreciate you. Thank you very much. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. My goal is to hit 100,000 subscribers this year, so if you have a friend, go ahead and tell them about my channel. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to do so. Ring the bell, all that stuff. I'll have my texture pack link below. It helps support the channel as well as gives you guys some really high quality digital assets, so that is greatly appreciated if you do. And there's also a sample pack on there for the people that want to try out the paper textures without spending any money. Be sure to follow me on all social medias. I'll have them linked below. Join my Discord, do all that stuff. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for the video. Peace.